Hello students, welcome to Learning Science Q&A. Students, this is our third lecture from the chapter Chemical Effect of Electric Current. I request you to follow it in series if you are looking for the same chapter. So let's get started. Students, we have already studied a bit about the electrolysis and how it is done. So we have studied that the passage of electric current through a conducting solution causes a chemical reaction, and this can be seen in the formation of the gas bubbles which is appearing over the electrode. Sometimes they are also a cause of the metal deposition over the electrode, and many times the change of coloration can also be accompanied. That means electrolysis is taking place, can be confirmed with the help of bubble formation around the electrode. It can be confirmed with the help of the metal deposition over the electrode or by the change of color of the electrolytic solution. Now, what is electroplating? So, electrolysis has a very important application which is electroplating, and electroplating is a process of depositing thin layer of any desired material, many times a pricier material or a metal over the another material which is not so good looking, which is not so pricier, and this is taking place with the help of the electricity or with the help of the electric current. So the whole process is known as electroplating. Now it is the most common application of chemical effect of electric current. Very important from the exam point of view also. You must understand this. Now, understanding the electrolysis or electroplating with the help of one example. Suppose we need to do an electroplating experiment. What can we do? We can take a electrolytic solution, that is here in this case is copper sulfate. We have two copper plate attached with the negative and positive terminal of the battery. At the time when electric current will be applied, the electrolytic solution, which is CuSO4 here, right? Always remember, is made up of two part, which is Cu2 plus ion and SO4 2 negative ion. So when the electric current is passed through the copper sulfate solution, it dissociates into copper and sulfate ion. The free copper ion gets drawn towards the negative electrode of the battery and it gets deposited over it. Now we'll say that copper is going towards the negative electrode of the battery and it goes on depositing over the copper plate or the over the electrode. Now to compensate, now always remember this copper ion is going from the electrolytic solution. So to compensate the loss of copper from the solution, copper from the copper plate which is attached with the positive terminal will be lost and it will get dissolved in the solution. Thus, the loss of copper from the solution will be restored. So, what is happening over here? When the electric current is applied, the copper sulfate solution, which is acting here as the electrolyte, getting dissociated into its ion, which are copper and sulfate. The copper ions are going towards the negative electrode. Why? Because they are positively charged. So they are going towards the negative electrode and getting deposited over the electrode. Now, since the copper ion are going towards the negative electrode from the solution, to restore the loss of copper which is taking place from the solution, copper ion will get dissolved in the solution from the positive electrode copper plate. This is what happening in this simple experiment. Now, the same process can be used if we want to give a coating of copper to some another material. Now, let's see how it is taking place. Now, how the process of electroplating actually takes place. This is the same diagram from the previous slide where we had the two copper plate attached with positive and negative terminal with the electrolytic solution copper sulfate. Now, just replace the negative terminal electrode with carbon rod, right? Now, on applying the same electric current, this time also the copper and the sulfate ion will get dissociated as usual, like it was happening earlier. Now, the copper from the solution will go on depositing over the carbon rod which is attached, which is connected with the negative terminal. Why? Because copper being the positively charged ion. Now, to compensate the loss of copper ion, of course, the copper plate will lose its copper ion and that will be deposited or that will be dissolved in the electrolytic solution. But what will we have at the end of this experiment? We'll have a carbon rod which would be coated by the copper at the end. So this is how a metal is plated over another less pricier metal. Sometimes it gives the luster to the metal. Sometimes it increases the life of the material. Now, what are the other uses of electroplating? It makes the object appear shinier. Just because the metal which is coated over another metal is less prone to corrosion or rusting, it prevents the corrosion. It may make object resistant to scratches. Most of the time the metal which is coated is less reactive, so it is making the more reactive metal less prone to spoilage. Many times the less expensive metals are coated with gold and silver to make the ornament look costlier or expensive. Now, what are some common metals which are used for chromium? Used for electroplating. Now, what are some common metals which can be used for electroplating? We have chromium, which are more popularly used for electroplating taps, car parts, wheel rims. We have silver and gold, which are coated over less expensive metal to make a jewelry look good. Tin is coated over the food can, which are actually made up of iron to prevent the spoilage of the food material contained by the can. And zinc is more popularly coated over the iron material to prevent rusting. Now, one question comes here that why we are only electroplating these material. If chromium can make a thing look good or scratch resistance or it can prevent corrosion, why we are not making the whole complete part of the substance with the help of chromium? This is just because that if we are going to use this metal for completely making our tap, that will be more expensive and may not be affordable to more number of people. So when the purpose is solved by merely electroplating, electroplating is done. Now, electroplating is associated with one health hazard. No matter it do look good, it do increases the life of material, but it has a health hazard associated with it. Now, the disposable or the disposal of the used conducting solution from the electroplating factory is a major cause of pollution, because these substances, these disposals are normally eliminated or mixed with the water bodies, and there they are a major cause of the pollution. So we need a specific disposable guideline so that we can protect our environment. So students, with this we are coming to an end of this chapter. I have taken few previous year question. Now one question is there that we have a tester shown here, and they are asking you to give two effects of electric current that can be depicted in this test. So the two major effect of electric current that can be mentioned is the magnetic effect of electric current and chemical effect of electric current. What device can be used instead of the compass needle in the tester? Yes, the compass needle will do show a deflection when an electric current will be passed on, but instead of a compass needle, we can use a small bulb also or a LED also, and they will be glowing when the electric current will be flowing. Also, in case of a weak current produced also, the LED will show the weak current presence. C part says when a distilled water was used in the beaker, there was no deflection in the compass needle, while a pinch of salt, when added to this water, deflection was observed. Very simple reason behind it, because the salt makes the distilled water more conducting. We have already discussed it that distilled water is not very conducting. In fact, it is a poor conductor. So upon adding a pinch of salt, we'll be adding ions that can be dissociated when they are in a dissolved state. Now next question here is, in this figure, observe this figure and tell which of these two circuit A or B will show the correct observation. Student, this is an activity from your NCRT where the potato get a green markation or appearance of a green colored substance where the positive terminal of the battery was connected, right? Always remember the flow of electron is from negative to positive, and the flow of current is just opposite, that means from positive to negative. So always remember that this would be the flow of current, and in this figure A is showing the right observation. This shows the presence of a green coloration towards the terminal which is attached with the positive side of the battery. Now lastly, we have four circuit given with different type of materials or conducting material. We need to answer that in which of the following cases the bulb will glow, provided that the circuit condition or the circuit is made correctly. What you need to observe is that what conductors are used here, whether the material that are used here are conducting or non-conducting. So a piece of coal is not a conductor, eraser is not a conductor again, iron nail Definitely a good conductor, and a spoon will also be conducting the electricity. So students, with this we come to an end to this chapter. Hope you like it. Please follow for more. Thank you.